Yeah.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Timberwolves. Go.
Stroud sets up the play action. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Stroud looking to throw. Open man is Noah Brown. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Stroud. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Play action. Stroud now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Stroud swings this one out wide for Pierce. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
Cougar 19. Check out.
Pierce now up the middle, and the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go.
And Stroud now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Stroud to throw it. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Takedown from 4 yards out. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That was a really good opening drive on a number of fronts. 10 plays, very methodical, set the tone.
So you know right now, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're on the sideline saying, okay, what do we have to dial up in order to get off the field a lot faster? Because both sides are out there for 10 plays, but one side comes off energized, and the other side comes off with some questions.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Goff now looks to throw. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. A big play there for Detroit. 55 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Here's Goff. This is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Ready?
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready?
On the bootleg, Stroud rolling to his right. And Stroud wisely slides down safely after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage to the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. That one let go deep for Laporta. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was a long pass attempt downfield, and the ball was popped up in the air. And how come things go from really fast to almost slow motion when the ball's up in the air and the defender's unable to haul it in before it hits the ground?
Throwing on 3rd, gone. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing now is Stroud. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Stroud. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Here's a 2nd and 5. Now gone. He's got it complete to Gibbs. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Ric Flair.
On 1st down, it's gone. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Over the middle, complete. It's Gibbs. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
The final shot before break here. Goff. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts. Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They are going for it. Goff. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. What a real head-scratcher there. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Here we go, Jack.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. He's got it to Collins, complete. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins, 26 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Here's Gone. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Gone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Stroud looking to throw. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Singletary. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, here's Stroud. He'll complete this one to Collins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Pierce. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now Stroud. They'll roll him out right. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
19 Tiger. Ready?
3rd and goal, Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Noah Brown, a 7-yard touchdown Brown. And the Texans have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Oh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
Williams loses the football, and the Texans scoop it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And now they're in the hurry-up. Stroud now on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Stroud to throw it. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That is caught. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Play action. Stroud now.
His throw incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Stroud will look to throw once more. Got a man. It's Collins complete.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
At the 26-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Here we go.
Goff now to throw.
And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They go ahead and snap it. Goff.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
First down, Lions.
Here's Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Goff throwing again.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it,
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Detroit Lions. The punter, Jack Fox, has us ready to go, and we are underway here at Ford Field. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Let's go now.
Stroud looks to throw on the first play. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Texans. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Goff in this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 right at the 30. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They'll run for the first time with a speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 54 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. On the bootleg, Stroud. That one complete. It's Tank Dell. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown! Tank Dell, 77 yards. And the Texans strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.